Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Codo's Mojo. As always, I'm your host, Patrick Codo. We've got our good friend Ian on the show today. Ian, how are you today?
Doing fantastic. We're going out to the Cub game tonight, so it's going to be a good time.
Well, speaking of fantastic, Ian, it is a fantastic time to be a Blackhawks fan because in the draft, with the number one pick, the Chicago Blackhawks select Connor Bedard. Let's go.
Gotta love it. The future is now for the Chicago Blackhawks, so pretty damn cool.
Oh, dude, no kidding. Like Bedard, and even when I first heard of Connor Bedard, you look at his first plays, you're already impressed. I'm like, okay, this guy's legit. I want him. I want him.
Yeah, and pretty cool similarity between Connor Bedard and Patrick Kane. Well, number one, they were the first pick in the draft, and the Blackhawks picked them, but they also broke their wrist when they were younger, their right wrist, which they both say they think improved their wrist shot. So pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm happy that we got the next Patrick Kane.
When he was with Bedard, he's only 17 years old. So like you said, the future is bright for him with the Regina Patriots. 71 goals, 72 assists this season in 134 games, 274 goals. Yeah, and he was also the 2023 Bob Clark Trophy winner. Yeah, no, the future is bright for sure.
Yeah, this kid is just purely amazing. I mean, the hockey world has been watching this kid for 6-7 years now, seeing how amazing he is, and his time is finally here. And I just love the first thing that he says when how good it feels to be on this team is, I got to make the team first. Buddy, you're making the fucking team. What are you talking about?
Exactly. You got one of the best fan bases. Dude, he loves it. He's excited to be here, man. Let's go.
Yeah, he's never been to Chicago before, so we're going to give him a warm welcome. And yeah, he's going to have a lot of fun here, especially with a couple of those guys that we picked up from Boston.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, our 19th pick last night, too. Everyone was really surprised that I can't remember the kid's name. I think it's Moore.
I believe so.
Yeah, everyone was really surprised that he went down that far, because Kyle Davidson was even saying that they were thinking about trading up to get that so they could get more, but it actually worked out. So yeah, pretty
Oliver
good.
Moore is the other guy we got.
Yeah, so pretty good first night for the Blackhawks.
Exactly, dude. You talk about the guys we got from Boston, got Taylor Hall and Nick Foligno.
Yep.
Dude, yeah. Once that trade was made, I'm like, because obviously I know we talked about, how Chicago front offices love to screw up. When those trades happen, I'm like, all right, Bedard's now a lock. Welcome to the city, baby.
Oh yeah. I really do think Kyle Davidson is gonna bring the Blackhawks back to their winning ways. This guy seems like he's just real passionate about the team, so I'm excited for the future of the Blackhawks. I think it's going to be a couple of years till we start seeing a playoff winning team again, but yeah, future's bright.
I was going to say, we'll be back in the playoffs, though, in a couple of years. Give it a couple of years, and we'll be fine. We'll definitely be better than we had been the past seasons.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this, though.
Sure.
Bedard's debut in the city, oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how many Connor Bedard jerseys everyone's going to wear, which I know you and I still have to get ours. I'm going to wait till we get to hockey season to get mine.
There you go.
I mean, when Justin Fields got drafted, everybody got their Justin Fields jerseys.
Yes, they did.
So we have right now, Justin Fields is the guy to rely on, but sooner or later, Connor Bedard will be next.
Yeah, we shall see.
Exactly, dude. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited for the Hawks, man. They've been down a couple of years, but hey, they're back, baby. They're back.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Now, speaking of Chicago, there is a big event happening this weekend in Chicago. NASCAR is bringing racing to the Chicago street course. Ian, usually you and I are pretty excited for, new races. This one, should have brought it back to Joliet.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it on TV, because we're going to get a much better view watching that than being there, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. But it is something different. The NASCAR Cup Series has never ran a street course race before. They've done it with the Winston West Series back in the 90s. They actually did 3 street courses back then. But yeah, this is something completely different for the NASCAR Top Series. Yeah, you would think like you want to take some road ringers to win this race, like Tyler Reddick or Kyle Larson or Chase Elliott. But I don't think it's going to be any of those guys because I think it's just going to be completely chaotic. This track layout is
Yeah.
very, very crazy with all the 90-degree turns that you got. So I was saying on my podcast, Stock Car Spectacle, the other day that it's going to be someone that's a veteran that knows how to stay clean that's going to win this race. So I wouldn't go for someone like AJ Allmendinger or something like that. But yeah, it's just crazy that they're going to be running NASCAR in the streets of Chicago. I think this is only a positive for the Chicago area to bring NASCAR back because
Yeah.
we saw at Joliet for a long time. No one was attending those races. So I do think that this is going to get eyes back on the sport in this area. And if they don't follow through with the contract for the next couple of years for the street course and they want to stay in the market, they can move down to Joliet and hopefully they'll bring in some more fans.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. And Joliet, yes, people, you heard it right. I've never been to the track, so I need to go.
Yeah,
And I've witnessed
it's a fun time, dude. Especially with how these next cars run right now, it would be wild.
And we saw what happened, in the second to last race there with Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch battling it out. Holy cow, that was an insane finish.
That was wild. So it would be cool to see racing come back to Joliet.
Absolutely. And then we'll see what happens and stuff. Obviously, and like you mentioned too, be watching on the TV. It's because, well, one, you're not going to see the full venue. Two, like I've never seen ticket prices that much.
Yeah, it's like going to a Formula One race. The tickets are just absolutely ridiculous. If you want a grandstand seat, you're almost paying $500 for that. General admission is almost $300. So no, it's absolutely ridiculous. But from what I've heard, ticket sales have been pretty positive. So people are going, and they said, I believe they said 70% of the fans that are going is going to be their first ever race. So it's working. It's bringing in fans that have never seen NASCAR before from this area. So pretty damn cool.
I was gonna say, yeah, the more fans, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have the Xfinity race, the Cup race. Well, if you're talking about veterans probably winning the Cup race, Kevin Harvick gets his first win of 2023 in his final season.
That's who I picked on my show yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were saying it's going to be a veteran, a guy that stays clean, and that's Kevin Harvick. You never really see him get into any shit with anybody. Nope. So, yeah, if he stays clean and nobody wrecks him, I think he's got a big possibility of winning this weekend.
And obviously, too, we have ourselves a nice little NASCAR fantasy league. And usually for road courses and stuff, we go with the road course experienced guys. Might have to change that lineup a little bit this weekend.
Yeah, road course experience ain't going to help you here. It's completely different animal.
Yep. So no need to ride with, T-Red, Chase, Dinger, Briscoe.
Yeah, don't really need to go with any of those. I wouldn't even count Briscoe for road courses anymore. That team just sucks.
It does. And God knows what happens to Stewart Haas Racing when Harvick leaves. Obviously, we'll have Josh Berry, but
Busch Beer is leaving, so that's going to hurt him.
Okay, Stewart Haas Racing is.
Yeah, Busch Beer is moving over to the one car next year, so.
Oh, at Trackhouse? Oh, no.
Mr. Ross Chastain. Adam Stern tweeted the other day that Busch Beer is eyeballing Ross Chastain. I mean, that's a perfect guy to go to, the sponsor. I mean, he's a good driver. He's in the limelight right now. Everybody knows who he is because of some that he's done, but either way, he's a NASCAR star, and that's what Busch Beer wants to do.
If they make a Busch Light watermelon,
we'll destroy that.
Well, from Busch Light Apple to Busch Light Peach, which is really good. I will say it. It's really good. It literally tastes like peaches.
Yep.
But Busch Light Watermelon, I would love to see you just...
Nope. I will never drink that.
Yep. You will literally Gronkowski spike it.
Oh, yeah.
And for Xfinity, you know, who do you see winning that race for the street course for Xfinity?
I don't think it's going to be any Xfinity regulars. I think it's actually going to be a guy who's coming in for this race for a one-off. He hasn't ran in a couple years. Justin Marks. He is the co-owner of Trackhouse Racing. He's done a couple Xfinity races. And he won at Mid-Ohio in 2018 with Chip Ganassi Racing. So he's stepping into a pretty decent car. We've seen Kyle Larson winning this thing. Justin Marks, great road course racer. He does a lot of sports car racing, so he knows street course racing. That's in his blood right there. He's a big thrill seeker. So yeah, I think he's going to put the pedal to the metal on Saturday and win that fucking thing, because that's really the only guy that I can see. But honorable mention for who I do want to see is Parker Kligerman win it, because if he does, he's jumping in the Buckingham
I saw that. I would love to see him jump into the fountain. Let's do it. Do it, Parker. Cool. Awesome. Now, earlier you mentioned we're going to go to the Cubs game tonight. Well, for Chicago baseball, disappointing as usual.
Yeah, you guys have been struggling.
Yeah, I mean, the White Sox, what the hell did we expect coming into the season? You know, with the new manager, you know, an okay team, just wasting so many great talent. And now we got one of our key players who, you know, 4 years ago was one of the best hitters in baseball, is now the worst hitter in baseball, and is talking bad about his city. Like, wait till you get traded, talk bad about your city. Like Willie did.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Exactly. But the White Sox, they, you know, picked up a, you know, big win last night against the Angels, 11-5. It's also nice, too, that the AL Central is the worst division in baseball right now. All teams do not have a winning record.
It's a terrible division.
It's been a terrible division for a long, long time. Pretty much since when, you know, the last time was good is when the Indians made it to the World Series.
Right.
Ever since then, you know, the division's just been trashed because, you know, the team limps into the team that limps into the playoffs, and they're going to get bounced. There's that 1 year in 2019 where, you know, Minnesota had, you know, led the league with, a lot of home runs. Unfortunately, if you run to a good arm, you ain't hitting dingers.
Yeah, no way.
The year the White Sox won the division, they got destroyed by Houston. It's like we were satisfied with that one playoff win.
Yep.
And Rick Hahn, what were you saying? Am I satisfied? Ask me after the parade. Still waiting.
Yeah,
Still waiting for that parade. Yeah, is it going to be it's the only parade I can think of is your funeral parade.
Yeah, right.
Whenever that day comes.
Yeah.
But the White Sox, they do have a shot to, you know, at least tie up this series with the Angels after, you know, Shohei Ohtani. Oh, my God. Love that guy, but golly, not against our favorite teams.
2 home runs with 10 strikeouts in the game. That's his first multi-home run game as a starting pitcher, too. The guy, he is the best baseball player of all time. There's no denying.
God, yeah. He's your AL MVP.
Yeah, he's just gonna. It doesn't matter. He's gonna go down as the greatest of all time. Babe Ruth.
Exactly.
Babe Ruth is nothing compared to him.
Well, we weren't alive for Babe Ruth.
It doesn't matter. He's gonna beat those stats, and he's just gonna wipe his legacy.
Oh yeah, no. Like Shohei Ohtani is the new man in baseball, and then you got, you know, him and his partner in crime, Mike Trout. Only downside of that is that they're playing for the Angels.
Yeah,
those are that good.
Those are the only good players that the Angels got right now. So that's their only saving grace, because they're over 500 right now. So it's not a bad year for them. They're 44-38, and they're only 6 games back. Texas has been kicking ass this year too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a tough division. They're tied with Houston right now. So
and then Seattle's coming off a strong year they had.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I think the one team that has just been lights out this year is Atlanta.
yes, Atlanta's been a lights out team. Well, shit, you could say Tampa Bay.
To Tampa Bay, yeah, what they're sitting 55-28 right now. They're 5 games ahead of the Baltimore Orioles, which is kind of surprising that the Orioles are in second place right now ahead of the Yankees.
Well, the Orioles, I mean, they've been on the rise lately, but ahead of the Yankees, usually they're the ones killing everyone in that division.
Yeah, and then Boston is just dog shit this year.
We were at the White Sox game on Friday against the Red Sox, where
Yeah.
why the fuck did the White Sox not want to win that game? Because they won the series. I'm like, you don't win that game. There was a home run. There was a home run in that game from the Red Sox that one of the White Sox fans threw back for fun. Gets escorted by security. I'm like, are you serious? That's why he got escorted?
They don't do that at Cubs games.
It's
The
like
Cubs
security
are cool.
It's like security doesn't watch Cubs games.
It's because they're lame.
Oh, well, yeah, the way he got escorted was lame. You got
Yeah.
that. You got White Sox fans literally beating the shit out of each other in the stands. At first, I thought, wait, there was a fight and I missed it.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah, no, it's like, well, again, what the hell did we expect? Nothing really.
Yeah, the team is
As
garbage.
for the Cubs, well, but their division's also shit.
Yeah, both Central divisions are terrible. Somehow Cincinnati's leading it right now. We're only 4.5 games back. I mean, we're looking pretty decent as of late. We had a pretty good series out in St. Louis, won one in London, won one of those games out there.
Dude, that was awesome to see. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see. A lot of Cub fans out there too. But yeah, I think honestly things are looking up for the Cubs right now. Had a couple rough games. We almost come back and won last night. But yeah, we got a lot of power hitters. Cody Bellinger's back.
Hell yeah.
For the most part, our starting rotation is pretty good with pitching. Stroman, hopefully he gets better with that blister. But Justin Steele has been fucking incredible. That guy is, yeah, he's just the best.
The professor will be on the mound for the game we are attending.
Awesome. Love to see Kyle Hendricks back, and yeah, just love to see it.
And we get ourselves, a NASCAR Cubby Bear bobblehead tonight.
Oh yeah,
NASCAR night. Oh, that's gonna be more to add to the bobblehead collection.
yeah, right.
But and it's July and it's the end of June as well. So the Cubs, they still have, plenty of time to figure it out.
Yeah, definitely.
And hopefully the White Sox do the same thing too, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Right.
You can't really get your hopes up when, a team is run by a bunch of circus clowns.
Yeah, exactly.
But, we'll see what happens. At least on the Blackhawks side of things, we're excited.
Yes, we are.
The future is bright. All right. Well, that'll do it for the show this week. Ian, as always, thank you so much for coming on to the Codo's Mojo. Always great to talk about some sports.
Absolutely, buddy.
Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. For Ian Georgeson, I'm Patrick Codo. You're listening to Codo's Mojo. We will see you next time.